Hello and welcome to Cup of Tea Reviews. My name is Tim and I'm joined as always by Michael.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me.
Tim, we watch movies to be entertained, but so many of them are duds.
We watch the movies that can go either way, good or bad, and we let you know if they're worth your while.
We waste our time so that you don't have to.
We are joined by a very special guest. He is our returning friend, Jake Pritchard. Jake, welcome back.
Thanks for having me again.
We're watching American Ninja 2. It's more of the same ninja action, starring, again, Michael Dudikoff and Steve James. Michael, please give us your hot take.
Tim, this movie is barely my cup of tea, and what pushes it over the edge is Steve James. He is so fun in this movie. They gave him more to do. That really worked for me. What about you, Jake?
This movie was also my cup of tea. It improved on the first one in pretty much every regard except, proper filmmaking. But they did make a much more fun movie than the first one. It was bigger, it was sillier. It is exactly what I was looking for in the first one.
I would agree with you guys. This is absolutely my cup of tea. I had a lot of fun with this. It's an improvement over the original. It's a much more memorable film. It's a much more action-packed film. And there's more Steve James. What's not to like?
So, Tim, what's it about?
When Marines go missing on a military base, it's up to our returning heroes to rescue them and defeat genetically enhanced super ninjas. Michael, where do you want to start with this one?
We all brought up Steve James, so let's start there. He is great in this movie. He's super fun to watch. He knows what type of movie he's in, and he leans into that performance, and I really, really like that. You can tell he's having fun making the movie, and that enthusiasm is so important. It comes through in every scene that he's in. I really, really like that about this. What about you, Jake? What did you like?
It was just a big jump up from the first movie in terms of silliness, which is really what I was looking for in the first one. I wanted a silly action movie, and this one really was that. I mean, you said it in the synopsis, genetically engineered super ninjas. How dumb is that? And everything was just bigger. The action set pieces were bigger. It was just a lot more fun and engaging.
I'm going to jump back on the Steve James train. I love this guy. He was amazing. He's charismatic. His acting is excellent. He commits fully. And his action performance, his stunt work, his fighting is so good. He is head and shoulders above Dudikoff in acting and in performance in every way. I loved him. I wish that this was just a movie about him. And that's actually one of my big drawbacks. Every time we cut away from him, I lost interest in the movie. And yeah, like you said, everything is just bigger and better in this movie than it was in the original.
So let's hop to the negative. I'll start by saying what didn't work for me is the movie still is just not memorable enough for me to hang my hat on. Steve James is great. I'm going to remember him from this movie and his performance, but the actual details of the movie, the plot, anyone who's not Steve James, I got nothing. I just watched this a couple days ago and I can't remember all the details from this film. So that's not a good sign and that didn't work for me. What about you, Jake?
Most of the action was really good and definitely better than the first one, but the sword fighting is somehow worse. And what makes it way worse is that they relied on it way more than in the first one. Our entire climax is a big sword fight, and none of it lands, none of it looks good. I just want to see more of Steve James fighting a bar full of dudes and not this weird dance with what seemed like 2x4s in the middle of this ninja fight arena.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. My big issue with both of these movies is Michael Dudikoff as the lead actor. He's not good. I guess they cast him because he looked like James Dean, and he does have a James Dean smolder look, but he brings none of the charisma, none of the energy, none of the vibrance. Physically, he's fine, but he's just kind of a black hole in this movie. And I think it's drawn much more sharply when he's compared to Steve James, who is such a dynamic performer that this Dudikoff guy just is a drag every time he's on screen. I think that there's a lot of stuff that's memorable and fun here, but the whole film centers around a zero. So it's a big drag, and it really holds this film back for me. When do you guys think you should watch the movie?
Steve James's performance is so fun that I would recommend the movie just for that performance. There's just so much energy there that it was fun to watch. There was enough here to riff over. So this would actually be a good movie if you're looking to get into that kind of Canon, campy, 80s action. I think there's enough here that you can enjoy watching this. What about you, Jake?
I would agree. This one was a much more fun watch than the first one. You don't have to be absolutely hammered to enjoy this one. I would recommend it whenever you're just looking for a fun 80s action movie that you want to turn your brain off for.
I would absolutely recommend this. It's bigger than the original. The stunts are bigger. The explosions are bigger. The plot is dumber. The climax of the movie is set in a gymnasium, a high school gym with a bunch of people doing their final karate demonstrations. It's really silly. It's really dumb. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. It's a great, stupid 80s action movie, and it's an improvement over the original in every way. Thank you all for watching.
Join us next time on Cup of Tea Reviews.